To recap, Eliso has just left the party. Alpheus was mulling around when he saw a ship getting attacked by a Loch Ness monster type creature. He ran in to help and managed to rescue a young woman and her bodyguard.
Did he get in the friend zone?
Frieda did a spectacular job fishing and then met an old friend, or acquaintance at least, who promptly knocked her and her lion unconscious and dragged her off somewhere. And then Barlam went down into the basement and found a couple cultists who he promptly dispatched with excellent efficiency.
I saw the robes on them. It's like seeing a group of very angry and destructive goths or vandals or something, and seeing that, okay, they haven't vandalized anything yet, but I should just, tell the police anyway. That kind of person Barlam is.
Exactly.
But instead of calling the police, he did the whole thing himself.
Barlam was the police.
I am the law.
Law. Hello and welcome to Band of Bothers, an actual play Pathfinder podcast. I am your host and the Dungeon Master, Stephen, and with me today I have Edgar playing as... Who are you playing as?
I'm playing as Alpheus, the Doge Man.
The Doge Man.
Yeah, also...
Doge Druid.
Yeah, Wolf Shaman.
Okay, we have Twermus, and who are you playing as?
I'm playing Barlam, the kind of middle-aged rogue.
Alright, and we have Josephine. Who are you playing as?
Frieda, the young druid.
Alrighty, so this should be taking place pretty much after the solos. So, Joe, stop eating. We can hear you over the mic. And we're actually going to be starting with Frieda.
Oh.
Frieda, you wake up to find yourself in some kind of dungeon. Your hand and feet are manacled and with a chain attached to a wall.
This is the weirdest part about Dungeons and Dragons and that kind of style of game. For the listeners, we are going into a dungeon, which is an actual dungeon. So what...
Just wait for the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you're in a 15 by 12 foot cell. You can move around throughout the cell at least, as the chain seems long enough to allow you to move. From your cell, you're able to see part of the room connected to it, and what you see fills you with fear and dread. At the far side of the room is an altar covered with candles and a symbol hung over it of a skull that has tentacles writhing out of its eye sockets and mouth. On the floor, in front of the altar, is a large circle of magical eldritch-looking glyphs and symbols. You see two figures in dark robes, their features covered by hoods, and Esme along with them. All of them are standing around the circle as a dead body is placed upon the altar, wearing the same robes as them. They are chanting in some horrible unknown tongue. You do not know what it is or that they're saying, but it sounds alien and terrifying.
What an afternoon.
Yeah.
I will reveal on the map where you are and what you see.
I have a strange feeling that this game is slowly becoming some sort of Edgar Wright kind of thing.
Oh,
is this like Hot Fuzz?
Yeah.
One of us.
Frieda, will you do anything or will you just keep quiet and watch?
She's kind of manacled there, though.
Hey, trying to work out this pickle isn't interesting. Right now, all I can do is sit quietly and watch.
If you only had a pickle.
Pickle Steve.
Pickle Rick!
Yes.
So, you can see a vial of water upon the altar alongside the corpse. As the water lifts up and douses the corpse, and the strange magical glyphs light up and the corpse lights up along with it. You see the lifeless corpse starts to spasm uncontrollably as various deformities and growths start to erupt from it. Spikes shoot out of its arms, legs, long horns erupt from its head, and its jaw twists and splinters as its tongue sprawls forth, growing spikes as well. The lifeless eyes of the corpse shoot open, now filled with a strange eldritch energy, as Esme steps forward and says something to the creature in an alien language. The monstrous mutant then gets up to its feet and shambles off out of sight as the cultists all celebrate. "Another successful transformation, sister," one of the robed figures says. "The tests have all proved fruitful. Shall we move on to our next experiment? Yes. You see Esme grinning maliciously.
Did you...
To further the evolution of nature, we must get a druid on our side. You see the three figures now turn to look at your cell and they see you watching them. Esme gives you a dark and twisted smile.
Oh, so what happened to the other guy? Where did he wander to? Is there like a room where they all just sort of hang out after?
You don't know? She can't see that.
I have a question as well.
You're not even there!
I'm not there either.
Yeah.
Oh, Frieda's the only one there right now.
So, have you read the Discworld novels?
Yes.
Did you choose the name Esme wittingly?
Because of Esmeralda Weatherwax. No, that thought had not come to my mind.
That is slightly disconcerting. That's actually very disconcerting.
She doesn't seem like Weatherwax anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, but...
Her full name is Esmelia.
Was this like her youth years where she was doing like a dominatrix thing in the dungeon?
Her experimental years.
Yeah.
Well, is she going to summon a demon with like a little queer voice? You seen the cartoon of Weird Sisters?
I have
not, but I was involved in a stage play with that at university.
Whoa.
That's amazing.
I have gotten the actual signature of veterinary in my hand.
Ah, fantastic.
So, without any further one-upping or slamming our suspenders, continue.
I was about to ask, what spells do I have for the day? Because I haven't specified last time, so I assume it's...
Yes, you did specify last time. Ed, do you remember because you went through the audio?
In fact, I can confirm, and you're not going to like this, it is actually your default spell list. Which
Does she have that sneeze spell?
It takes an hour of meditation for you to respect your spells.
Yeah,
Can one meditate properly in a dungeon as, a shackled person?
Okay, your default spells are Detect Magic, Flare, Guidance, Acid Maw, and Cure Light Wounds.
Yeah.
Quite, there's nothing I can use.
You could use Acid Maw on yourself. Gives you a nasty bite.
All I can say is try to escape, try to get out the cuffs, but unfortunately I know that's probably fruitless.
Make an escape artist check. You have a 0 in it, so just roll a d20.
Yeah.
If she scores a crit, I'm going to be livid.
And if she scores a critical miss, she might break her wrists. Yes, do it.
5.
Oh my.
Yeah, they hear you jangling about with your chains and cuffs as they just kind of chuckle amongst themselves. As they now walk over, Esme still grinning, and she just says to you, "It's time." They're moving to unlock the cell. So, what will you do?
If she is a lady, doesn't she have womanicles?
I would then say mankind, as in she's a human, but no, she's a half-elf, so elficles?
Elf. That sounds like a snack.
I like that. I like that.
Elficles. For the very slim-wristed.
All I can do is create water, which is useless.
You're like, hold on, I'm going to need a couple hours to flood this cell.
See you 2 weeks from now, you fools.
Yeah.
I can create water, you buffoons.
Okay, they unlock the cell and they come over, and the two robed figures grab hold of you, and Esmelia removes your chains from the wall, and they now drag you out of the cell. You're dragged across the cold stone floor and set upon the altar. The alien energy in this area is so thick you can feel it without any magical detection at all. It is oppressive and maddening as you are firmly chained to the altar on your back, so that you are unable to move even an inch, as now the three get into position to begin their ritual.
Did Joe have a new character in mind already? Just checking.
So, back to Alpheus. You are still hanging out with Cassandra and her rather intimidating bodyguard.
Yeah, I call him Greg.
Greg, that was it. When you hear a commotion coming from the kitchens. Given your curious nature, I'm going to naturally assume you go to check it out.
Yeah, there's no way Alpheus wouldn't.
Upon arriving, you see Barlam talking to two guards about something. He looks injured as blood is slowly seeping out of a gut wound.
So Alpheus will immediately rush over, look Barlam up and down, is about to say something to him, and then talks to one of the guards. What's happened to this man?
I was just explaining that, you goof. So, guards, get down.
Okay, so Alpheus
up, dog, sit.
Alpheus sits.
Okay. So
oh my god, did that work? Snuffles also sits.
I'm awaiting to get like a cleric spell of command so I can just actually compel you to sit.
Cassandra was looking very worried, but when watching both Snuffles and Alpheus sit at the same time upon command, her face lights up. This is amazing.
Guards, we shall go together into the cellars where there's the remains of a cult, an occult cult.
Ooh, a cult. Can I come?
No, you can't join the cult, but you can come and help dispose of them.
The cult of Doge.
Anyway, I look at the guards expecting them to expedite themselves to expel these extraterrestrials.
Truly an excellent use of alliteration there.
Yeah, awesome alliteration. Anyway.
Okay, how about you roll me a diplomacy check to see whether they believe you or not?
I show them my wounds, I show them my face of extreme not wanting to deal with this shit. This diplomacy is 24.
Ooh, snap.
Yeah, boy.
Maybe it's the fact that your gut is still bleeding, or the fact that you're an incredibly compelling public speaker. But whatever the reason, these two men definitely seem to believe you, and they're going to head down there.
Right, and with that, I look at Alpheus. What do you usually say to a dog in English when you want to relieve them of their sittingness?
You can say, all right, come on.
Yeah.
Right, so I call him to come with me after I've drunk a potion to heal myself.
Actually, before you waste a potion...
Oh, Cassandra is a cleric, eh?
Yes.
Yay, a new NPC? A cleric?
Well observed. The young woman who was accompanying Alpheus, she's on the slightly heavier side. She's wearing currently peasant's clothes because she had to change out of her previous attire. She's got purple hair and she's looking fairly thrilled at the notion that both Snuffles and Alpheus both sat at the exact same time upon command. But then once her eyes turn back to your gut wound, she scampers straight over to you and goes, "Oh, excuse me, sir. I can see that you're injured and need of healing. Would you permit me to tend to your wounds?"
He's reaching to his pack like, an alcoholic reaching for a bottle of vodka, and he's like, okay, who are you?
This is Cassandra. I found her on the beach.
Okay. I look at Alpheus with extreme confusion mixed in with a sort of betrayal. You got us a new cleric so fast. How dare you?
I was mourning.
Anyway, I'll allow the healing, but we'll still ask, are you fit for adventuring or dealing with cults?
She kind of looks a bit unsure. She's like, well, I've never had to deal with anything like that before, but I do have my bodyguard with me. And your eyes now turn to this giant hulking monster of a figure behind her. He's a very tall man, completely clad in black spiked armor. He's like your quintessential Dark Knight kind of figure. He has a large bastard sword on his back and is definitely very imposing. She's like, he's able to handle anything like that.
Okay.
But I can keep you alive.
Right, let's consider this a entrance test to our glorious group. You go first with your bodyguard, and we will come after. Okay?
No. You're the one who knows the way, and you're a rogue, I'm guessing, so...
What?
So, your job is to disarm traps, right?
I'm not calling you a fat priestess. I'm calling you a lady of the cloth. You should not call people rogues just because they...
Oh, a dashing rogue. That's what you are, right?
He's not even listening anymore. He's just returning to the cellar with a huff.
Just as you get to the top of the stairs, she puts her hand on your back, mutters a prayer in another language, and your wounds instantly heal.
Get your hands off me, Annie, just
okay,
get
sorry,
down.
Carry on. She backs away, seems kind of embarrassed about this whole thing.
How much do I heal?
You're fully healed, mate.
Yay. He's still grumpy, very grumpy.
She meant that as a compliment to the whole dashing.
I know, but he didn't take it as a compliment. Who calls anyone a rogue, he mutters to himself. What's wrong with kids nowadays? Rogue. Do I look roguish to you, Alpheus?
Not really, but you kind of look like...
Just tell the truth, come on. We're both men here, come on.
Well, sort of.
Meanwhile, Frieda...
What do you mean? As we traverse the cellar, and I'm not making it quiet, he's actually angered.
Oh, no.
How am I a rogue?
Well, she didn't know any better.
But you said I'm a rogue.
I did not say that. I said you look like something that I'm not quite sure. I never said a rogue.
I look at the man who has a dog head and mutter to myself something incomprehensible and continue on.
Oh, and what do I look like then? Alpheus puts up his hood.
You look like a bloody mutt. And then I actually go forth.
Alpheus follows.
Right.
So you all head down the stairs to the door that Barlam locked. A quick check shows that it has not been tampered with and you hear no noise on the other side.
What door is this?
That is the door at the bottom of the stairs, the one that leads into the storage cellar.
Right. I'll gingerly open the door once again, or the lock.
You open the door once again and you see the small cellar room. It's nothing remarkable besides a pool of blood that is now in the middle of the room. The body is gone.
Looks like someone had a little accident in here.
Yeah, the accident of meeting my blade.
Oh, I see.
I took care of a lot of cultists before we came here. Us rogues, scallywags.
I guess the only thing I can do in this situation is scream. At least that might indicate where I am.
Is she screaming?
Yeah, I'll scream for help, basically.
Like tentatively.
Make a perception check, you guys.
Perception. I rolled a 2, which is a total of 8.
You are still very upset about the rogue comment.
He's super upset. Like, most upset he's been in years, maybe.
Alpheus, on the other hand, having the high receptive hearing of a dog, manages to hear her screaming.
What's it now, lassie?
What was that? It sounded like someone was screaming. A female. I don't want to jump to conclusions, of course, but it could be Frieda. I haven't seen of her all day.
Okay, let's go. You go first. I think I've disabled all the traps.
You
go.
I think.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't want a barrel to blow up in my face.
If you can trust a rogue, you can go first. Harumph.
Right. But maybe there's untold treasure ahead that a dashing person such as yourself could deal with.
You go first.
Like...
He bunches his arms. You go first.
The two militiamen just kind of get sick of this back and forth and decide to go first.
That's what they were supposed to do already. They're the police. We are just civilians.
You know the way.
Oh, good. They've gone first.
You, Alpheus, you have the honour of going first.
Are you going to show them where the secret door is?
I will. I'll let them in through there.
Does that mean you go first?
Sorry?
Does that mean you go first then?
I will only open the door for you guys. Courteously.
The trap on the secret door has not been reactivated, and whilst it is closed, it is not locked, so you manage to open it with ease. You now see the familiar stone corridor that's 20 foot long and 5 foot wide, and from here on out, it is indeed very important that we know the travelling order. So, Barlam is not going first. I think we've established that much.
I will still tell them where the traps were, so to circle around them.
So, you should have control of your characters.
Sure. I guess those two guards are ahead of us, so Alpheus would be in front of Barlam and behind those guys.
Cassandra is staying way at the back, and the bodyguard's not going too far from her.
Barlam, did you want to go at the rear, or did you want Snuffles behind you?
I can take Snuffles behind me.
Alright, we'll do that then.
He gives a distrustful look to the woman and the mercenary. Why did we even take them here? Why?
She's like, I'm sorry. So, you turn around the corner to where the scythe trap is, and as you're turning around the corner, you hear one of the militiamen shout out, "What the fuck is that?"
Oh, mind your language, sir.
And so, can everyone roll me an initiative check?
Initiative? Oh, there's a monster there.
Oh no.
The creature I described earlier is there.
Oh, initiative then. 19. No, 19.
Alpheus rolls 4.
No.
Don't forget to roll for Snuffles.
Oh yeah, Snuffles has his own little shebang thing now.
Shebang.
Oh wait, I think no, he follows your initiative, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think pets follow the owner's initiative.
Yeah, that's right.
Are these guards called Wedge and Biggs?
Yes.
Wedge and Biggs?
The classic Final Fantasy guards that are like in every Final Fantasy that normally die, not always, and based on the style of the
what I use for red shirts is Bob and Rob.
2d20. Ooh, not bad for red shirts.
Alright.
6.
I'm not saying they'll die first, but I'm not saying they'll die last.
So die somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, and because we are not dying, so... Such it is when you become a red shirt. That's an occupational hazard, dying.
Yeah, you've got to avoid that dying there.
Yeah, did you know that, according to recent studies, only 97.5% of smokers die? So if you are lucky, you can be immortal as long as you smoke. So yeah.
Yeah, that like 2 point whatever it was percent.
2 point something, yeah. Someone else can do the math. Please, in the comment section, these are skills of math.
Yeah.
Okay, so Barlam, you're up first.
Ooh.
You are aware that there is something up ahead. You don't know what.
Because I asked first and they've not seen me, but I can hear them. Because I can move through allies whilst not staying in their thing for eternity, their square. So I could move to this corner here and shoot from there, right?
1 second.
Oh! Oh.
There's someone hiding there.
Okay, I'll then stab that thing with my short sword instead.
Yep.
Right?
This one, for those who want another horrible description of what it is you're looking at,
Yay.
this one has an arm that is twisted and deformed, developing bulbous growths on it that has spread across its entire body.
Ugh.
It's got kind of spiky, tentacly mess of an arm now. Its eyes are dull and lifeless, yet it moves to attack anyway. Barlam, you weren't expecting it there, but there it is.
Yeah, he's never really expecting anything, not anything good or anything bad, so he's just like, stab.
Barlam never expects the Spanish Inquisition, but he's prepared for it.
Yeah.
Is this Barlam's default thing when meeting someone then? Stabbing people?
No, but if he sees that he's got bulbous growths and he's ready to attack, yes. And he'll also get his sneak attack thing. Wow, bam! 9 damage total.
Very nice.
Because of I've got strength 10, so that's 8 damage.
As you get ready to strike the abomination that the militia are facing, you suddenly discover the one hiding where the desk and chair used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You grab your weapon and stab this thing before it even has a chance to react. You get a good blow on it, but some of the bulbous sores on it burst, spreading pus everywhere. Please roll a reflex save.
Gross.
Fortunately, I don't think Joe's listening right now, so she can eat without listening.
16.
You manage to avoid getting any of the pus on you.
Yeah, he's a teenage mutant
Not quite a
and
ninja.
not Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
He's just a teenage mutant who's with huge zits. Ha! Did you get my joke?
Yes.
Huge zits. Yeah, so that was my turn.
Okay, Abomination Cultist 2, it's his turn. That's the one facing Militiaman 1. They lash at the Militiaman with their tongue, hitting them for 5 damage, and then entangling them in the tongue. Militiaman 1 is now considered grappled.
Oh no, not Wedge.
Oh no,
Yeah.
not Rob. We should
Rob
have
Wedgington.
different names. Just
Yeah, Biggs Robinson.
yeah.
Biggs Robinson is just like, oh no, Wedge!
Oh no, the tongue.
And,
He hasn't
he's-
gotten a French kiss in a while. Like an 80s action movie thing there. You
He's
can cut it
going
out.
to draw a crossbow and shoot at the Abomination, taking a penalty for shooting when their allies in melee. Ooh, that is a miss.
Is
So
it such a
there's-
miss that it'll actually hit the other guy?
No, the thing's AC is higher than what it would have been without the
Right.
-4. So he doesn't hit Biggs, and he doesn't hit the Abomination either. The bolt just shoots past them both as he's trying to hit the Abomination without hitting his friend.
Yeah,
He is terrified, quite frankly. He's never seen anything like this.
The thing with random red shirts guard guys is that if there's more than one, the canon is, in my games for the last 20 years, that the other guy will shoot the other one in the back. Like, that's happened 95% of the time, no kidding. It just happens.
Because their aim is so bad?
I don't know. It's like a reverse stormtrooper thing.
Or because the one is always out to screw the other one over?
I don't know. Maybe the job market is so bad that they have to take care of competition or something.
So, Militiaman 1 tries to escape, but fails, so he loses his turn.
Cowards. Never seen mutants before. Have you seen their wife lately? Barlam's just not a fan of cultists.
Nope, none of those abilities will work. So the knight kind of steps forward to try and lend a hand, but with everyone blocking the corridor, he can't get to anything, so he's just going to hold his action. Cassandra can't see the militiaman who's in peril, nor can she get to them with everyone being in the way, so she will also hold back, and in fact, she will cast a spell on Barlam since Barlam is there, and she really wants his approval.
Haha! I got them in the net!
Notice me, senpai!
This is reverse psychology.
She will cast Cat's Grace on you. You gain a +4 bonus to your dexterity.
I got 20 dex! Whoop whoop whoop!
So that increases your to hit with your dex weapons, your AC, and your reflex.
Yeah, thank you.
Please notice me, senpai!
You reserve temporary adulation.
And now the abomination cultist that is up against Barlam tries to make an attack.
AC 17, boy. Oh, come on.
That is a hit,
I just got cat crazed.
and suddenly all the good that he did is forgotten.
Yes.
You take 6 points of damage,
Oh no, that's half my hit point.
and what is your combat maneuver defense?
16.
Is that including your new dexterity bonus?
Yes.
You are now also grappled.
Oh, man.
This time, though, in a kind of pussy, tentacly mess. Alpheus, you are up.
Alpheus, you must help me above all else.
Yes. First, I need to clarify a few things, because you mentioned the guys can't move past other guys in this thin corridor. Is that the case with Alpheus as well in this case?
You have to end your turn in an unoccupied square.
Right, I see.
So that means getting to the cultist that is attacking Barlam, I don't think you can.
Right, that's...
Getting to the other one, you would need to move past it and either make an acrobatics check for tumbling or provoke an attack of opportunity.
That's fine. Okay, in that case, Alpheus is gonna see that Barlam's grappled and attempt to cast a spell, I think. Providing Biggs Robinson or whatever, it doesn't get in the way there.
No, he'll be fine.
So we're gonna cast...
Rob Bigginson.
Yeah. So we're gonna cast Snowball.
Really?
On Barlam?
On the creature attacking Barlam?
A snowball.
Yeah.
Really?
You can see it from there, but he does have partial cover. So Snowball is a ranged touch attack, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
But he'll gain a bonus to his touch AC due to cover. So make your roll and we'll see what happens. Because there's like a wall right there behind Biggs.
7.
7 to hit. You do get a bonus equal to your base attack bonus plus your wisdom modifier. Neither of those are high though right now. So that is unfortunately a miss. The snowball hits into the wall.
I tried.
Tried my best, I have no regrets.
Alpheus, we need to have a chat after
It was
this.
better than doing nothing.
Yeah, okay.
End of chat.
Anyway.
Fortunately, if anyone's going to have a good escape artist check, it's your rogue.
I got 5. It's not trained.
Snuffles,
not
what
really
will you?
good.
What will Snuffles do?
Because Snuffles can't really gain access to anyone, I guess Snuffles is gonna, ready? Bite? I don't know, he can't really do anything from back there.
Ready his bite.
Right.
No, you're right, he can't do anything.
Yeah, everything he does involves getting up close.
Tight corridor.
Yeah, so I guess he's gonna not really do a lot.
Cassandra's going to call out to the group and going, everyone pull back, let's lure him into this wider area.
Who gave this one a megaphone? Come on! The nerve.
Okay, so Barlam, you're up.
Okay, does a escape artist check take out my whole action?
Not if you succeed.
Is it just a move if I succeed?
Yes, so you can still run away. If you have a hero point left, you can actually use that to still get an attack in before you run away.
Where's my hero points?
I don't think it's on your character sheet. I stupidly haven't put them on yet. I'm going to assume you all have one still.
So I'm a bit confused. So can I escape and attack?
If you successfully escape, you can make an attack, but escaping uses your move action.
Yeah?
So you won't be able to retreat.
I might be. Haha. But yeah, I'll try to escape first. Wow! 8.
Oh,
So,
you're still
no.
grappled.
I'm still grappled, but that took my standard action.
I think that was your move action.
Okay, then I'll just attack from the grapple. What penalty do I get?
You do get a penalty, but I don't know exactly. Just roll what you get and we'll see whether it's high enough.
Yay, 13. That's almost a good number.
I'm afraid you don't manage to hit it.
Barlam's getting kind of a grown man tantrum, or also called a mantrum.
Is he just sort of like...
rid of me, you bloody what?
Exactly.
Cassandra casts Calm Emotions.
He can't be calm.
Calms down.
He's like a little baby. Anyway, that's my turn. Mantrum.
Okay, Cultist 1 now has Wedge in the grapple, so...
He's got him wedged.
Okay.
Oh no.
Barlam probably doesn't see this from where he is, and Alpheus only gets a slight glimpse of it, but Biggs is well and truly horrified as Wedge is basically devoured
What?
Oh no.
Devoured.
by the abomination that has got it wrapped up in its giant spiked tongue.
Actually eaten.
Scary.
It's being crushed. Its mouth is kind of like a predator mouth right now.
Right.
And its tongue is covered in spikes and its body's covered in spikes, and the whole scene is very gruesome.
So basically, Steve, don't mind anything about total party kills because I'm fine with less mutants, and Barlam might retire right now. Anyway,
You didn't actually see that, so Biggs is kind of shitting himself right now. So he's she's going to try and free you from the other abomination and retreat. You get to make another escape artist check, thanks to Biggs.
9. Yeah, I'm gonna die.
What is going on? You're normally the good. You're normally the
die.
one who rolls well.
I am going to die. I am going to
If
die.
there's anything we've learned from
Everyone's
this
going to
campaign
die.
so far, grappling is bad.
Bad. Don't remind me of the sheep things. The blue things.
Okay,
Grappling
but
is bad.
that leaves room for the knight to come forward.
So the guy just tried to pull me out, and then it was like, fuck it. Just
He legged
Sod
it.
it.
He's just like, can't get you out. He's like, I'm so sorry, and runs.
this is not a good
The
sign.
knight
Monster.
goes forward,
We're a monster.
but he's very big, very slow, and he's not going to be able to attack this round. Cassandra, let's see, what spells does she have?
Also, why is the knight not? Never mind.
What?
No, I'm not his controller.
I called him Greg.
Oh, okay, sorry. Greg's got his own tactics. He's that type of AI, Greg.
Greg level AI.
Is it kind of like Midwestern, like, I'll be on the way then, alright? Just but under the armour. I'll be on the way then.
Well, so far he hasn't really spoken.
Yeah, but he could be like a knight out of Emmerdale.
Yeah, I reckon he does have an amazing voice under there. He just doesn't want to speak because he's embarrassed about it.
Yeah,
So he's got that he's got that Emmerdale kind of accent
yeah.
going on.
He's alright, boss. I'm fully protected under his armour.
Okay,
We're destroying your
Cassandra,
NPCs. Anyway,
you can't see what she's doing, but she's going to cast a spell from a scroll, Grease, and she's going to try free you. So,
Is she gonna
now,
is the spell
She's
actually
gonna
she's buttering me up.
yes, she covers Barlam in
she
Grease.
sing a song from Greece?
She's buttering me up for the blister demon. Yay.
For the thing to eat you.
Yay. Do I roll a escape?
No, I just made a roll and you do escape.
Oh, so my rolls were not good enough for you.
No, it isn't!
I would rolled a 20.
Okay, you are now removed from the grapple. Granted, it is not your turn, so you can't actually run, but
Very greasy. Greased up Barlam.
Yeah.
Barflam, more like. Dry heaving.
Yeah.
Don't, please. That was wrong of me to start it. Someone's gonna actually heave.
okay, and yeah, that's her turn. So it's now, unfortunately, the cultist's turn. So will he be able to re-grapple you?
By the way, if we all die, I can run the next campaign. Just saying.
What was your current AC?
17.
So no, his tentacles kind of slip off your greasy body. So you were lightly caressed by a tentacle man.
Too much anime, Steve. Too much.
Too much tentacles there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that sound effect, yeah.
You recognized it.
Yes, I did.
We have fun here.
And Alpheus, you're up. I'm going to allow you, if you want, as part of your move action, to move Barlam, like to physically move him.
Right.
Get out of there, you sod.
That would be amazing. Snuffles is going to move first, though, if that's alright. We're going to put Snuffles there. So Alpheus, just like a little sidestep to the left. Okay.
So Alpheus moves forward 2 squares, Barlam moves back 1, and in chess we call that rooking.
So yeah, Alpheus is going to pull Barlam away. He's going
So
to.
Barlam can go back 1 square.
Can I only stay?
You can take his spot now if you want to fight the abomination.
Please, tag
Or you can stay where you are.
Actually, the plan was to try and move back as far to around this area.
Okay, yeah, you can do. Barlam, by the way, could you make a quick perception check for me?
The quickest. 12. I cannot roll higher than 6 today.
That's fine. That scythe trap that you used to kill one of the cultists, the scythe's not there right now.
Oh.
Either they've
Right.
dismantled it or they've reactivated it.
In any case, I move back to the storage thing and try to escape and
yeah,
do
it's your
that
turn,
without getting an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, you can leg it now, mate. It's
Can
fine.
I
There's
do
a-
an acrobatics or?
Yep,
Oh, I rolled a 2.
that's fine.
plus
He can
10.
he can barely reach you. There's part of a wall in the way. You can go.
He jumps over the barrels.
So Barlam has just jumped on top of some barrels.
I like barrels. What can I say?
They're great. They're. I mean, next to these crates, they're just marvelous.
You could say they're not that great.
No, they're not that great either.
Yeah.
There are brown
Okay,
elves.
I'm just going to see whether or not the knight notices the trap there. I mean, there's a giant pool of blood there, so that should be a bit of a giveaway.
Alright.
And his perception isn't shabby. Nope, that helmet does not allow for much visibility.
Oh,
Oh dear.
bye-bye.
Hi.
Well, no, because if he knew it was there, he would just push the cultist onto it.
Oh,
can
yeah,
bolt.
I didn't catch that.
But he doesn't know it's there, so...
Yeah.
The cultist whacks the knight with its tongue, it wraps around it. The knight doesn't seem to care that much.
Nah, Greg's Hardy is.
Biggs is up, and Biggs is just like, oh my god, what do we do? What do we do?
That's
They ate
not Biggs.
wedge! Oh, what are we gonna do?
He-
And he's gonna lose his turn.
He should be more manly. By his
Alpheus has a free action, just shouts at Biggs.
Biggs, come on.
It's
Biggs.
like, yeah. Biggs, come on! Are you man or doge? I mean mouse.
Iron Man.
What? You don't see what the knight does in his turn, because you can't actually see him from where you are, really.
He kisses the demon because he's bad.
'cause they're into
Cassandra will come over and heal Barlam again.
Hello again. I say a bit gruffly, not wanting to acknowledge that that's helpful.
She's turning into your nursemaid.
Hello,
Yeah, you're fully
nurse.
healed again, mate.
Thank you. And it's not the kind of, hello, nurse. But it's more like, hello. Are you going to clean the bed sheets again? Sorry. I bled everywhere.
So, the cultists are now both ganging up on the knight.
As they should. Like I said at the beginning.
Alpheus, you're up.
Yay! Snuffles is going to go there. Snuffles is going to run back down the corridor for the listeners and attack that guy that was attacking Barlam. And he's going to have his fangs out and he's going to try and nip this guy in the chins.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Not good.
Nipping in the chins.
Yeah, the shins, not the chins.
It did sound like you said
Oh,
chins.
we're going to
The
nip you in the
chins, all
chins,
of
mate.
Oh, by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
Oh well.
Go on, roll your doge attack.
Yeah, I'm not used to this new Snuffles sheet, that's all.
Oh yeah, because it's an NPC sheet.
Wow.
So I'm trying to look for where it is.
He's getting more value than he's actually worth, the dog. Oh, he's got his own sheet now. Oh, wow.
He's got his own
Fancy.
sheet and I can't...
Fancy.
Oh, weapons, attacks, bite, there it is.
Wow. He's going to file his own taxes soon.
Yeah.
Sadly, the trend of bad dice rolls tonight continues as Snuffles gnaws on its leg but yelps a little as pus starts to spray out and he's just like, ugh. You know, he likes to roll around and poop, but even this is too much.
Right, okay.
Oh, talking of poop, I'm going to take my dog for a walk.
Alright.
Just a few minutes.
Shall I assume you're going to make a ranged attack on the abomination?
Yes.
And you're also going to try and do it by hiding behind a box to get sneak attack bonus.
Yes. Exactly as you said. I'll be back
Alright.
in 5 to 10 minutes.
Alpheus?
Right. Okay, so Alpheus is moved there, and he's gonna do a little spell. Gonna do a little dance.
Oh, what are you going to cast?
Providing Snuffles doesn't get a face full of it, he's gonna cast Fire Belly.
It's a
Yeah.
ridiculous name for a spell. Alright, what should you do?
Well, it gives me fire resistance 5 for a start, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to use it for its attack effect, which is 1d4 of fire damage, cone.
Snuffles will be in the way of the cone.
Well, even above Snuffles? I mean, there's a box there. Can I not stand on top of the box for extra height?
No, I'm afraid the way it works is basically a cone effect affects each of the squares in front of you in a cone-like shape going out. So if it's got a range that will hit the abomination, then being a cone effect, it will hit both Snuffles and the knight.
Oh, alright. Snowball it is then. I assume Snowball won't hit Snuffles, will it?
No, because that's a ranged touch attack as opposed to an AoE attack. Come on, you've played video games. You know how AoEs work.
It's a bloody 1. And that one. This is ridiculous.
You start trying to cast the snowball spell.
Yeah, smell like snow.
Yeah. You start trying to cast the snowball spell when your mind suddenly wanders and you get distracted by the thought of chasing squirrels in the snow. What fun you had last winter. And yeah, the snowball just kind of flumps the wet puddle on the floor in front of you. It's like you just throw it and it just went on the floor in front of you.
Yeah, Alpheus looks at Snowball as if it was like a dropped ice cream from an ice cream cone.
Oh no!
And the single tear comes out of one of his eyes.
Oh no! You could use your hero point to reroll that if you want, but these enemies are meant to be the easy ones.
Yeah, do you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not going to use my hero point. I'm going to leave that for now.
Yeah, Barlam stealthed. What a surprise. Can someone give me a Barlam impression of him hiding behind a box?
And I'll move there and...
I'm going to hide behind a box. I'm going to take out my bow. I'm going to shoot it with sneak attack.
Ba-da-bow.
Critical 1. Even when someone else is rolling for me, it doesn't work.
So this is silly. We're not wanting all over the
Cassandra
place.
is kind of face palming at this because this entire thing is just a cavalcade of comedy at this point. Okay, we can skip those ones and get on to Cassandra. Alright, cleric spells. What can clerics do? I don't play them that often, so I don't know their list.
Hopefully give us better rolls.
There is a spell for that. Clerics don't get it though. Shit. There's a spell which basically gives you a plus 20 to your next d20 roll, but just that one roll.
Oh, wow.
So, she casts a spell. Neither of you is spellcasters, so you don't know what it is. And, yeah, the abomination in front of Snuffles suddenly stops moving. You're not sure what she's cast, but it seems to be immobile for the moment. She now turns to Alpheus and Barlam and says to you, "You guys go on ahead. We'll take care of these two."
Oh, are you sure, Cassandra?
Yeah, don't worry. It'll be fine. Don't worry, he can't attack you right now. This is your perfect chance.
Okay, I put my faith in you then.
Okay, Abomination Cultist, it's his turn. He can't do anything. So, Alpheus, you're up.
She said for us to go ahead, but Snuffles is still in the way.
You can get straight past them. Normally, moving through a threatened square will provoke an attack of opportunity, but as the enemy appears to be unable to move at this time, you can basically move through it and not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Alright, cool, good to know. Alpheus will do that to...
If you're moving past that,
Yeah.
I'm just going to grab your character, put you there. You now see that the knight against the cultist has managed to take control of the grapple, so instead of her wrapping her tongue around him, he's now basically, got her tongue, got her wrapped up in it, and has forced her onto the trap behind her, and there's a scythe straight through her chest. She's still moving and alive, but she is currently grappled. Therefore, you can get through her threatened squares without provoking an attack of opportunity, because she is currently grappled and impaled on a scythe. So you can completely get past both of them.
So Alpheus seizes the opportunity, runs down the corridor past the initial guy who was attacking Barlam, and then sees the knight, and then runs past Greg and his foe to run right to the end of the corridor, in that case.
You still hear Frieda screaming, by the way.
Just constantly screaming during this time.
She is now on the other side of the door, and you can hear her on the other side of the room. In fact, sorry, I should have moved her character. And also you hear chanting, in that kind of alien, demonic-y language.
Alpheus, well, attempt to open the door, I guess, then. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The door opens.
Sweet.
You can... Did I hear that Tuomas has arrived?
Yes.
Okay, basically...
Cassandra cast some kind of spell on the abomination to stop it from moving, and then she said that you guys should go on ahead, she and the knight will handle this. Alpheus was able to run past the abomination that was that time unable to move because it didn't provoke an attack of opportunity. He saw that the knight had gained control of the grapple, pushed the other cultist onto the scythe, and whilst it was still alive, because the knight had control of the grapple, Alpheus was able to run straight past it without getting an attack of opportunity.
So the entire corridor you can move through at this moment in time.
Okay.
Alpheus, you move into that room. You can now see that the two cultists, you can't really see Esmelia from here. There's the magic circle on the floor, and for some reason there appears to be a desk and chair in the corner of the room that's just kind of been tossed there. You're not sure what that's about, but yeah, Frieda is chained to the altar. You can't attack, but you can position yourself pretty much anywhere up until this part of the map.
Yeah, I'm not going to go that far, no way. Am I guessing Alpheus can't really see anyone else in that room right there from that view?
From where you are, you can see the two robed cultists and Frieda. You can't see the other one, the halfling.
Actually,
Can't you see him on the map? This fella. Hello.
Oh, I thought he was part of the decoration.
No, he's a cultist.
I'll be honest, I wasn't planning to move into the room, but as I'm here, I'm going to position myself.
Then you open the door. you could have just peeked around the door and gone, huh!
Yeah.
And stayed there if you wanted.
Because that's kind of... Because I didn't want to go into the room until Barlam was a bit closer.
Okay, Snuffles, is he following you?
Yes.
Due to Snuffles' movement speed, he can actually get up to this cultist here and make a bite attack. It'll be a charge action, so he'll gain a +2 to his attack and a -2 to his defense.
Well, Snuffles is going to attack anyway in this next turn, so he may as well. So Snuffles bursts through the door. Up to the cultist guy.
Right.
So, Frieda, as this ritual is taking place, at this point, because they've only just started the ritual, so they've kind of grabbed you, dragged you off, and they've started it, suddenly the door bursts open and a white wolf rushes forward and lunges at one of the cultists who has his back turned to him. That cultist was taken by surprise, so he's flat-footed. You gain a +2 for charging, so make your attack.
He's not a white knight, but he has a white bite.
A white bite indeed.
Face the light of the white bite. That is, because he's flat-footed, that's actually a hit.
So, yeah, Snuffles sinks his fangs into this guy.
Okay, roll a combat maneuver check to see if you trip him.
Oh, combat maneuver.
Bit
Blah.
tricky, yow.
Is that standard D20, is it then?
It's on your character sheet
it's actually-
for Snuffles. It should be there somewhere.
We're rolling but so badly tonight that it's combat maneuver check.
18.
Oh! Frieda, you're watching this from the altar, and you see Snuffles leap out, sink his teeth into the back of this cultist, thrash his head around, and throw him to the floor.
Wow.
It was
Growl.
pretty impressive. Barlam, you're up. You have seen Alpheus and Snuffles leg it, and the abominations were unable to do anything.
Okay.
Sandra is pretty insistent that you go.
Where is she?
So she's faded into nothingness.
You said I can just go
Yeah,
through the hole.
you can get straight past them.
I will use my shirt to turn a swift action into a move. With that, I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and use the other move so as I will not end my turn or movement in that knight square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 12 move for my move action and the other move action.
And because you've still got a regular action, you could have actually charged if you want and take out the cultist that's prone.
Where is which cultist?
The one next to Snuffles, this fella. Hello.
Oh, okay, right. Charge has to be in a straight line.
Does it?
Yeah, unless you
Oh.
have the feet for that. So
Okay,
I'll stay
that's-
there for the time being.
Fair enough. You're safe now.
And I'll ready an action to attack if there's anything coming close to me.
Okay, so I am taking the abominations and the NPCs off of the tracker, and let us roll initiative for the others. Joe, would you like to roll initiative, please?
Time to get some initiative.
Yeah, that's your intelligence, not your initiative.
There's a 20 though.
Oh, that sucks. I should just roll a d20 because I can't find it on my sheet. Rolled a
Okay,
d20.
+3. So somehow you managed to get an initiative of 21. Technically, Alpheus ended the combat round and Barlam began the combat round. Frieda should be behind Barlam, as Barlam has just gone. So Frieda, you're still chained there. You can't really move, but Snuffles is here. I think you're going to have to pass your turn for the time being. What you can do is you can choose to hold your action until someone gets you off of this
Yeah,
altar.
hold my action.
That way you can immediately act as soon as someone frees you. Okay.
Is it Esme's turn?
Yes, it is. With the ritual underway and the cultists chanting their magic, Esme looks over at Snuffles and then to the two cultists says, "You two, take care of these intruders. I'll keep the ritual going."
That sounds
And so
positively
she's
mad.
going to keep the magic flowing, so Frieda is still in peril, and the cultists are now going to go deal with this dog. Cultist 3 is going to cast on himself Shield of Faith. Cultist 2 is prone and is going to try and get back up, which will provoke an attack of opportunity from Snuffles.
Alright, so do I have to do anything for
Yeah,
that?
roll an attack roll. Snuffles used bite attack.
Snuffles, get your fangs around him. Nom 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 nom. Attack 10.
That doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Well,
So he is up and he is going to draw his weapon and make an attack roll. That doesn't hit, so he swings with his little sickle and is unable to hit the dog in front of him.
game of misses.
Alpheus, you and Snuffles are up.
So, yeah, we'll get Snuffles out of the way first. Snuffles is gonna, again, try to attack this bugger.
Okay,
Did you just move the token slightly? I just saw it move ever so slightly.
Oh my goodness, it is a crit. Yeah, and that's confirmed.
Snap, 23.
How much damage did you do in your first attack? That was 6 damage, and that was 9 damage. Very interesting sight this, as Snuffles latches on to the cultist, who has now turned to face him, and basically rips out his jugular. Good wolf.
Oh, great. Blood everywhere.
Blood everywhere!
Yay,
And
blood party.
The magic circle seems to light up to that.
Oh no.
Amelia just grins.
Okay.
So it's still Alpheus'
Right.
turn.
And with that, Snuffles will...
He hasn't made his move action
No, he
yet.
hasn't. I think Snuffles actually going to move out of the way, I'll be honest.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then Alpheus bursts in the room at that moment and is like...
Douche power!
Yeah, sees all the blood there and is like, well done, Snuffles. And flicks a dog biscuit out of his pocket that he almost eats himself, but Snuffles catches it. And then Alpheus continues his move.
So he kind of almost jumps after his own biscuit.
Do you have the quick draw feat? Then drawing a biscuit is a standard action.
Throwing a biscuit is not a standard action.
Come on,
it is a free action.
I'm just messing with you. No, it's fine.
For flavor's sake.
Do I have to roll a biscuit die? Is that how it works?
Yeah, you have to roll. You have to roll for your accuracy of the throw and roll for Snuffles' ability to catch it. So it's an attack roll and a reflex check. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Just do.
Every transgression like this you make as a DM, Steve, will be returned to you. Remember.
I just said it was a joke. Simmer down.
Do you know what? I'm actually quite excited if Thomas ever does one session to see what he does to you, Steve.
Oh no! Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Nah.
Does Alpheus move all the way in? Yeah.
Well, if you want to stab things, you're kind of going to have to.
Well, I could just stay back and spell it. Now I'm just going to run in, and Alpheus is going to be like, yeah, time to attack this dude.
Or you could help Frieda.
But they're right there. I think it's going to like stab at Alpheus's back as he tries to undo her manacles.
Maybe.
Probably. So Alpheus is going to run in, and he's going to attack the guy. Not Esme, the other guy.
Yeah, the cultist.
Yeah, that one. Does he have a name?
Jerry.
Jerry. So Alpheus gets out his sickle and smashes Jerry with it.
Oh my god!
With a 24. A crit.
Okay, luckily he has Shield of Faith, so that crit isn't confirmed. You still hit him for 6 damage though, so...
That bastard. This is the first time Alpheus has got a crit ever. And he takes it away from me.
That's the curse of 3.5 and Pathfinder. You have to roll to confirm your crits. It's awful.
Oh dear.
You sickle him for 6 damage. He's like, "Rah!" Barlam, you're up. You have a stealth score right now. Technically you just sprinted down the corridor, so you'd have to re-roll. They have no idea you're there, so...
Which one of those guys in the altar room is the Esme person?
The one that actually has a proper character model.
Okay, she's a halfling.
Yes.
Okay. What I think I'll do is move 1, 2, 3, 4, and that other guy's dead, isn't he?
Yep.
So I'll move to where his corpse is stealthily. Do I have to roll stealth?
Yes, please.
Well,
That's 21.
Esmelia isn't fighting right now, she's kind of watching. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Against all odds, considering her modifier, you successfully stealth, so...
So basically, he doesn't actually shoot her or anything, because she seems too pleased about the blood on the floor, and he takes one more step, which is my last point of movement, and...
Alpheus is there.
Oh, is he? Okay.
That's his square.
Oh, right.
See?
Well, can I move diagonally?
I'm going to get rid of the dead guy.
Can I move here?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so...
She's a halfling, she doesn't take up an entire square by herself.
He still has the stealth thing, so he just kind of sneaks up to her and saps her.
Ooh, a sap attack.
Mhm.
Non-lethal damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's still a sneak attack, so that's 23.
23 against her flat-footed AC. What is her flat?
Plus sneak, that's a total of 10 non-lethal. Bonk.
Oh my god, her AC's terrible. Yep, you clonk her around the head. She's
Bonk.
completely startled by this, and she loses her concentration on the spell as the symbols stop glowing. And
Don't call
yes, some of the oppressive alien energy in the room seems to fade.
Alpheus just goes, oh.
Why is... No, that's a good thing, Alpheus.
Because the lights kind of went down a bit and he was kind of enjoying it.
Ah, okay, well, but occult energies are also not good. Anyway, so that was a sap. I would have used a garrote if I had one. So that's my turn.
Good job. Frieda, you still can't do anything.
Wow.
But things are starting to turn to your favour now. Which means, with the ritual broken and her comrades either dead or dying, the halfling slumps over limp. She's standing, but doesn't look conscious. Until...
Whatever she does, he'll sap him over again.
Oh, Frieda, what wonderful friends you have.
And I sap her again.
Go through all... Give me a second, I have a monologue here.
No, but if she's starting to talk,
I will let you get your sap attack, okay? Just let me...
My point was that if she starts to speak at all...
Yes, you get an attack of opportunity, yes.
Okay.
No, sod it. She's just going to kill you all. Sod it.
Yeah.
So, go on, make your attack of opportunity, because she started laughing like a crazy person.
And that is a 21.
Yeah, she's not in her combat stance yet, so that hits.
Snap, slap. Shut up.
It's her turn, so she is no longer flat-footed, though. So you've done 16 damage to her already.
Yep.
Bloody hell.
Whapum, whapam. Shut up.
Barlam's having none of it.
Yeah, I'm having exactly 0 of it.
That is actually exactly how we dealt with the cultists earlier, so...
Yeah, exactly. That's my modus operandi. My MO.
Yeah, she starts laughing like a crazy person, and you clonk her over the head.
Yeah, shut
I
up.
gotta respect that. So, she glares at you, a deathly glare, but she has a horrible grin on her face as she drops into a battle stance. Since none of you are familiar with Kung Fu, you don't know exactly what it is.
I laugh.
Her footing is grounded and her movement seems fluid. Her fingers are pushed together into a point instead of a fist, and arcane energy starts to emanate from her.
Okay. Alpheus, attack of opportunity.
Very well. Let's put an end to this. And now she's going to make attacks against Barlam.
Okay.
You're standing directly next to her, so she gets to make a full round attack.
Okay.
She gets to make 3 attacks against you. Your AC is currently 17 though, because that spell's still active, so only the first one hits.
And I laugh.
She strikes you with her pointed fingers, somewhat like a serpent strike, as it hits you in the arm. And as you laugh, make a will save, please. Arcane energy is crackling around her still.
That's a 6. Do I have a hero point? Can I reroll?
Yes, you do, and yes, you may.
That's a 20.
That's so much better.
I am having none of that bullshit. Just none.
That's hilarious because you make the save.
I just laugh. She looks silly.
You feel a little bit drowsy for a moment, like you will need to lay down and have a sleep. You kind of blink once, blink twice, and then you realise what she's trying to do and just laugh it off.
I continue laughing louder now. Oh wait, you're serious? Let me laugh even harder. The bender thing.
Alpheus starts laughing as well, and totally not aware about what people are laughing about.
It's about a silly small person trying to pinch me. Silly. Okay, kill it. Psych him.
The cultist is going to attack Alpheus, who attacked him the turn before. I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit your AC. What is it?
17, yeah.
Haha, glorious.
Which means, Alpheus, you're up.
Just slam the girl.
So Alpheus looks at this guy just kind of swing and miss him, and he's like, "You call that a sickle attack?" And he gets
attack
out.
Esme, please. Esme is the real danger here.
But yeah, so who are you attacking?
No, I want to attack this guy first.
Yeah, because then you'll be able to free Frieda.
That's what I wanted to do, yeah. Not that it would have helped anyway if I tried to attack
You have your hero point.
Yes, I do, actually. I will use my hero point to reroll that 5
Okay.
to a 5.
Wow. Wow. Just...
This happened with my first hero point, you know?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's normal for middle-aged men, don't worry about it.
Okay, so fortunately, it's not like when you roll 3 6s back to back and you unleash the Trask.
Yeah.
Granted, if we were using crit fail charts or anything, then something bad could happen. But as it stands, you kind of call him out on his miss and then miss even harder.
Yeah.
Which means, Barlam, you're up. You're antagonizing the halfling.
Right, so I've got bluff. Can I do any kind of feinting in this system, like, to get a sneak
That is
attack?
exactly what you can do with bluff, yes. You roll a bluff check, against her sense motive. If you succeed, then you will get a sneak attack this round.
Okay, what I'll do, as I'm laughing already, I'll just laugh harder, dodge her blows, and be like, I look non-competent, like I'm trying to frustrate her. Does that constitute as a bluff? As in the middle of, that laughing, I'll just suddenly strike at her with the sap again.
Alright, give it a go. Roll your bluff check, see how it goes.
Whoop, 13. 27.
27. Fun fact about the Viper style, snake style of martial arts. It uses sense motive as a core skill.
Of course. Can I attack anyway?
Yes, you can, but you won't get sneak attack. So
I'll just
she sees it coming.
Slap her. Like, just shut up.
Okay.
Bam. 23 and 3 non-lethal. See, she's got 19 non-lethal.
Okay, one moment. She has an ability now that she's in snake stance. When attacked, you can spend an immediate action to make a sense motive check and use that as your AC instead. So, let's make a sense motive check.
Wait a minute. Has she used is there a limited number of reactions?
Immediate action is basically utilizes your swift action of the following round if you use it outside of your turn. Okay. So she's just used it, and amazingly, despite her modifier of 18 in sense motive,
what?
She failed.
18.
She's got a ton of bonuses stacked up on there.
I see.
That's her entire gimmick,
and
is that she's able to boost her AC with her sense motive.
Also, I laugh.
And she just fumbled. You hit her.
I laugh at her silly snake style and kind of do like a mock hissing toward her, like, yes. And with my move action, I'll try and acrobate myself towards Snuffles.
Okay.
Acrobatics. Natural 20.
Okay, so whilst it would seem that Barlam is useless when it comes to fighting those mutants back there, now that he's up against a tiny little girl, it shows what a big man he is.
I feel confident, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I can't beat horrible monstrosities, but beating on a childlike figure, yeah. Easy.
It's laughably
and it is easy. You basically just back away from her as she's there like in a snake stance, and she's just like, wait, what?
1,
and you're
2,
gone.
3, 4, 5. I'll move here, so I'll get maximum attacks of opportunity from Alpheus and Snuffles if she decides to follow me. And I laugh all the way, like laughing the way to the bank. On a scale of 1 to 10, or 1 to 100 more likely, how frustrated is she?
On a scale of 1 to 100, she's well into the 90s by now.
Oh yes. I am a demon myself. I feed on that evil guy frustration. That's just delicious.
Frieda is still inactive due to the fact that no one's going to save her.
Because no one can.
Yeah,
exactly.
Can she not do an escape artist check?
She basically doesn't have escape artist. She would have to roll a crit to get out. Well, I guess she could.
That's 1 in 20.
Since she's missed about 3 turns, Joe, roll 3d20. If you roll the crit on any of them, you get out.
Because I'm all about empowerment of...
What, 3 d20s?
Yeah.
3d20s.
Yep.
Oh!
20.
On the first roll.
You are welcome, Joe.
Actually, it is your turn then. It's taken you a few rounds, but you've somehow managed to wiggle your way out of the chains. Don't ask how. Houdini doesn't tell his secrets, and neither should you. Now,
mine's probably more of the fact that I'm a young girl and quite skinny.
You don't know where your weapons are. They've been taken from you. You don't have teapot at this moment in time, but you do have your spells.
Do you have hold person or something? Or command or something? Or entangle?
I don't have anything.
She has create water.
She doesn't have entangle today, and neither do I, annoyingly. Though it was something I did plan to set up today. I just didn't get around to it.
Our dog has a squeaky toy, by the way.
That's the best thing ever! Turns out Snuffles just playing with some dog toy he found in the corner.
You do have acid more, and there is a doggo here.
Anyway, try to distract the
Just laugh at Esme, that seems to be doing fine.
She spent all those years in the monastery trying to perfect her snake style. And now, just silly.
Yeah, she's even found a way to combine it with witchcraft, to punch you in the face and cause you to fall asleep as well.
Yeah,
and you just shrugged it off.
Yeah, she's done none of that.
Anyway, Frieda, what are you doing? You can move now.
I've got no weapons and no spells, so...
Run away?
Throw a rock.
Yeah,
Throw a rock.
Run away behind the dog.
Go on then. Frieda, now that you're over here, make a perception check, please. Yeah, your stuff's on the desk, right behind you.
Brilliant, I can grab that.
Yeah, so you can spend the rest of this turn gearing yourself up. Esme's up.
She can just hear my laughter around the corner. Adorable. Adorable is what you are.
You halfling snake style girl.
Snake style. No step on snake.
Okay, Alpheus, you see she's now getting out an item. Make a perception check, see if you can see what it is.
Perception 12.
Good enough. She's right there. She takes out and activates an arcane charm.
Isn't that attack of opportunity worthy?
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, she takes out a charm. It's an hourglass of some kind, but instead of sand, it seems to contain space itself. A black void full of stars, planets, moons, and nebula. There's power emanating from this item as the nebula moves from the bottom to the top, and a shooting star flies past. Magical glyphs float around it. I will let you make an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, retrieve a stored item is attack of opportunity worthy.
And then go ahead, and then her item will trigger. So make an attack, doesn't work. And now she's kind of shimmering, and she doesn't look like she's quite all there. You know, as if she's in multiple places at once now. And still in her snake stance, she's going to move round just 5 foot step over here. Activating the item has used up her turn, but now I get to pull off her second gimmick, which is she goes on the initiative tracker twice now.
Right.
Okay.
So that was that one.
I still laugh. She's got to use, like, handicap stuff to fight us.
Basically, it seems that way at this point. Cultist 3 will kind of do his thing, which is miss, which means that
I can't stop laughing. Wow.
which means it's Esme's second turn, and now she's in position. She's going to make 2 attacks against Alpheus. So what's your AC?
17.
Oh.
2 damage. Oh no.
Oh, and make a fortitude save, please.
Well, how about a fortitude? 10.
Do those special attacks not require a full round attack?
Under normal circumstances, yes, but she's meant to be a boss and she's got some kind of artifact on her, so you are stunned for 1 round.
Okay.
So that means basically you lose your round.
Okay.
Snuffles can still act, so it's your go.
Is the altar place that Frieda was on, can that be navigated? Or is that just like part of the wall?
Yes, he can jump onto that.
Okay, so Snuffles will run into the room and jump on that little sort of thing right next to this cultist guy.
And he knocks over a whole bunch of candles in the process.
Yeah, setting things on fire.
What? Why is it not attacking?
He's about to.
Yeah, let's just run in there for now. So Snuffles is now going to try and bite this stupid cultist that's in the way of everything. Nom nom nom. For 14.
That would have hit, but Shield of Faith is still up.
Alright.
So yeah, you bite, you miss. Frieda, you are now armed and dangerous.
Not really, but hey.
I don't know, you're pretty good with that bow.
Wow.
Okay, so the halfling's still up.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to be taking a step forward and aiming with my bow.
Okay, so you can't shoot Esme from there. Just
Okay,
there's
I'm gonna
that
have to...
black wall there.
Okay, I'm going to have to run forward then.
To be able to hit her with a ranged attack, you need to pretty much be there, and you'll be shooting ranged into combat, and so she'll get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, so I can't do anything.
You can shoot the cultist
Where's the cultist?
in front of Alpheus. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I can aim
He's
my...
already been hurt, so
But that's also shooting into combat, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for him then.
yeah, so you can shoot him with your bow or a spell or whatever.
A bow, I don't have a spell to attack.
Okay, go for it. That is a hit. Roll for damage.
That is a...
It's a bow, I think it's a D8, isn't it?
I thought it was a D6.
Short bow D6.
It's a D6, yeah. That is enough. The arrow zips past Alpheus and straight into the cultist as he drops dead. As you know, you manage to hit him in the neck. You hear him gurgle and drop to the floor with a thud.
Like a sack of leaves.
And the leaves go everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which means, Barlam, you're up.
So, I'll try and do acrobatics again to get 1, 2, 3.
To get into flanking.
Yeah, to get into flanking. Acrobatics. That's 25.
That's a success.
And like a ninja middle-aged man could, and only would. What's the bonus or penalty for her for us flanking her?
You gain a +2 bonus to your attack. She can still do her little snake thing though.
Okay.
But that didn't work last time, so why would it work this time?
Yeah. So that's 23 total. Oh, actually, that was supposed to be a sap, sorry, but it's the same attack bonus.
This time she's anticipating it.
Wait, didn't she use that last round?
She used that, yeah, and she's had her turn since then.
Okay, right.
And it's her turn next. It's because there aren't that many left in the fight, so the rounds go quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But now that Alpheus, when Snuffles and everyone will be attacking her, you'll find she'll burn through it much quicker now.
Yes. Does it hit?
No, she manages to block it with her snake style.
Mm-hmm. I laugh. That is a silly looking style.
Okay,
That's
so
a turn. And that's horrifically
Yuan,
overpowered, by the way, that AC thing. That's like just bonkers.
she can only use it once around.
Only once around. Like that. She can also get 29 AC easily.
Yeah, that's the
overpowered
entire
as
point. She's meant to be able to single-handedly be a bother to the party. Not like to TPK the party, but she's meant to be a bother.
Yeah.
So far you've just been laughing at her, so I probably haven't succeeded.
Anyway.
You are now actually immune to her hex, having beaten the DC.
Okay.
So she's just going to use a single stunning fist on you, because she can't burn through her entire key pool without screwing herself over.
That's a hit.
Okay, make a fortitude save against stunning fist.
Oh, just a second. Okay, so isn't that a full round? No, never mind. That's 2.
She manages to strike you with her little snake hand attack, and she hits you straight in the solar plexus, and your body just kind of goes limp for a second. You don't fall prone, but you're going to miss your next turn.
Yeah.
And now, with the distortion in time that seems to be going on around her, she's going to make an attack against Alpheus. Again, she's already used so much of her key, she doesn't have much of it, so just a single attack, which misses. So, she strikes at Barlam, spins round and tries to get Alpheus when he's not paying attention, but Alpheus, who has just come out of his own stun, is able to block it with his shield. And it's your turn.
So Snuffles will jump down into that area there, just next to Esme, and gnashes at her with his fangs.
Nosh.
Nosh, nosh. She is 20 there.
Okay, she's had her turn, so she can use her ability again. So, just for the one attack. Crit fail! Your attack hits, and you can now make a trip attack against her.
19 is a crit fail. Jeez. Wow, okay.
I told you, her modifier is 18. She has like 5 different things giving her bonuses to sense motive.
Right.
Snake style being one of them.
I'm just trying to count the bonuses in my head, and that sounds ludicrous.
Okay. And what was trip again?
Combat maneuver bonus.
Alright, there we go.
Against her combat maneuver defense.
20.
Oh my god, that's a success. You've knocked her prone. Snuffles, she tries to block Snuffles' bite attack with her snake style, but if you ever watch a viper against a wolf, it doesn't generally end well for the viper, and now it's on the floor, rhyming around with a wolf trying to eat it.
Excellent. Good work, Snuffles. Let's beat this little girl up.
Frieda, you're up.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, no, you're right. Alpheus hasn't had his go. Sorry.
Yeah, so now Alpheus is going to attack with his own sickle.
You get +2 for flanking, and she has a -4 due to being prone.
Right.
Good thing too, because that would have missed the ice. That is actually really good damage.
9 damage.
Yeah, you bring your sickle down onto her while she's on the floor. She tries to protect it, but quite frankly, what good is an empty hand going to do against a bladed weapon? The blood coming from her hands is testament to that.
Slashy slash.
Frieda, you're up.
Let's see. Yeah, I can just move forward where everyone else is.
Yes, you can.
That's all I can do in this round, isn't it?
You can attack.
So I can move to where everyone else is and attack.
Yes, you could either attack from here or here.
I'd move to there then.
Okay.
I guess I'll go for a bow.
Okay, normally using a bow in melee would provoke an attack of opportunity, but she's prone and she only gets one of them, so she's not using it against you.
Crap.
That is a miss, somehow.
I really hope I haven't shot someone in the face.
Nah, if you'd rolled a nat crit 1 or something, maybe, but nah, you try to shoot her, but you suddenly discover that using ranged attacks against a enemy lying down is actually harder than if they were standing, because they're a smaller target, technically. Yeah, prone targets actually gain a bonus versus ranged attacks.
Fancy that.
Which means, Barlam, we skip your turn.
Oh, we did.
Esme's...
Right.
Pardon?
No, never mind.
So Esme's going to try and stand up, which means all 4 of you can get an attack of opportunity.
Am I still stunned?
Yeah, you just missed your turn. You're fine now.
Okay.
Cool.
So you can make your attack. And you get sneak attack for flanking.
I'll sap her. I won't.
Oh.
Except that she gets -2 for still being prone because she's not stood up
She's
yet.
getting up. And did you include your +2 for flanking?
12. So that's 12, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
She can only try to block one of these. Actually, no, because it's her turn. Shit. She takes all 3 attacks. Frieda, did you not attack? You can't use an actual arrow, but you can try to hit her with your bow physically.
That would be a total of 8 non-lethal, by the way.
Oh, okay. So what do I roll for that?
Just a d20. Miraculously, despite it being the improper use of a bow, you actually do hit.
And D6?
Yes, you're basically using it like a quarterstaff. For the listeners at home, as Esme, this little demented half-elf, tries to stand up from being bitten by a wolf and thrown to the ground, all 4 of them hit her as she's trying to get up, hitting for 7, 13, 19, 21, 22 damage.
No, I've dealt only non-lethal. I've dealt 19 plus 8. 27 non-lethals per now.
Okay, you have hit for non-lethal.
Yeah.
And as she tries to get up, the pain of everyone's attacks drops her to the ground and she falls unconscious. The power now emanates from the little trinket she's got and it looks like she explodes, basically.
She explodes.
The magical energy from it builds up and builds up as she falls to the ground and it bursts out and she just vanishes. You guys have successfully beaten her and she's gone.
At last. Yay.
Da 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 da.
And instead of jubilations, Barlam is seriously thinking about resignation. Like, what voice is?
That was quite grueling.
She's gone. Everyone else is gone.
Cool.
Yeah.
This was your friend?
Yeah.
You knew this person.
Well, no. I just hug Barlam and say thank you. I don't know what would have happened.
Never mind that.
We grew up alongside each other, so I was caught off guard.
I see. Are we going to be expecting more people like this that you grew up with?
I don't even know. No one that I've met from where I came from has turned out like this.
Right.
Let's see.
I thought I'd have a relaxing day off away from mutants, bleed things and what have you.
And instead we end up in a dungeon.
I think that you guys can loot and I'll have a smoke outside. See you later.
Where's Teapot?
Sacrifice to the old gods.
Dead.
Don't joke about that. I think my character would probably scream.
You haven't seen a mutant lion, so that's a good sign.
Well, there's a door. There's a door around this corner here. Maybe she's in there.
Barlam has exited through the way he came,
Okay, to have a smoke.
packing a pipe.
You walk past Cassie and the knight on the way back.
I look at them trying to discern whether they are cultists or not in disguise.
They've successfully wiped out the 2 enemies. Cassie at least looks fairly tired. She's like, "Oh, you're back. How did it go?"
I say nothing. I walk past and packing my pipe still.
Do you need any more healing? You look kind of rough.
That almost breaks the camel's back. Her calling me a rogue and then calling me rough. And I say nothing and walk upstairs. He needs a pipe full. He needs it now.
She just kind of slinks off to find the rest of you then.
Okay, meanwhile, at this point, Alpheus is trying to open that door.
Oh, the one at the bottom?
Yeah.
That's a cell. That's where Frieda was kept. So it's the barred door.
That's a barred door.
Bard.
It's not a bard, yeah. It plays music.
Bard door.
So yeah, there's nothing there, just where Frieda had been kept.
Wow.
Sorry.
Anticlimactic. I was expecting Teapot to be in there. Okay, well, maybe we should get you out of this dungeon first, because staying down here is not great.
Yeah, I'm just really concerned about Teapot.
Exactly.
Do you know how much damage you can do with a coup de grace against a sleeping target? I do.
Barlam goes and peels potatoes while smoking.
Okay, Cassandra comes and joins you, and she's just like, what happened? Barlam just kinda think I might have upset him.
To be honest, I don't think it was just you. We did have quite a nasty experience down here with a little girl. A halfling. Yeah, a little girl, why not? And we just had it knocked out of him. He's probably just a bit annoyed. A long shot. Don't suppose you have seen a lion around?
A lion lying around.
Well, there's some. I think I saw something like that up in the courtyard back when we were heading to the kitchen. I wanted to ask something about it, but you were just so eager to go to the kitchen, and then we kind of got caught up in everything going on. But I think there was a lion lying under the tree.
I run up there and just start looking.
Okay.
Oh no, they didn't disarm the trap, Scythe.
Nah, we're going out the way we came. There's no traps.
No. The
If I
trap with that
didn't
giant
reset them.
blood. You see that giant blood spear by the knight? That was from the cultist that Barlam had successfully lured into a trap.
That would have hit us on the way in.
The knight actually, it had been reactivated and the knight pushed the abomination into it. As you head past, the corpse of the abomination is hanging from the scythe there, just limply, lifeless. And you all head back up to the surface. You see Barlam is in the kitchen. There's like a young boy who's kind of asking him questions that quickly catches on that he doesn't want to be bothered and kind of leaves.
I'm not unkind to the boy. I give him a sweet and be on my merry way.
Yeah, he senses your mood
Yeah,
and decides.
But I let him sense
won't
that,
bother
Uncle's tired, feeling.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Here's
Yeah,
a
but he
pear
was-
drop. Leave me alone.
He was really excited to see you. He's like, "Oh, what's happened? What happened down there?"
And I just came back from the war.
Yeah, you can ignore him, give him a pear drop, Werther's original, whatever, and go out for a smoke.
Not sponsored by Werther.
But then, if the company owning Werther's original would like to send us some free
We are
samples of their
accepting.
products, we would gladly review them for you.
We would gladly suckle on them while we play, making as much noise as possible.
Yeah, that kind of noise. Is
This Werther's original, so good, so
I think it's
creamy.
quite bad, actually.
Oh, I love Werther's
Just
originals.
kidding, yeah. But yeah.
Anyway, Frieda, you find Teapot safe and sound, sleeping peacefully under the tree, right where Esme left it. Quite frankly, she wasn't going to try and drag an entire fucking lion down into the basement.
I know, but my character would be panicked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy. There's Teapot.
I just run to her and check that she's okay.
As you're checking that she's okay, she wakes up and just kind of purrs a little, licks you.
Like a shitty cat like
I
he
kind
is.
of cry with relief at this. It's just the idea of losing my lioness is a bit much.
And she reacts to you coming back or looking for you exactly like any kind of shitty cat would. She's just like,
Is it time for food yet?
Snuffles
Whatever.
looks at Alpheus at this point and has the kind of like annoyed face on, and then kind of just looks back at Teapot and Frieda and their relationship. Jealous.
I think Snuffles and Alpheus is more kind of like a best bros kind of vibe to them. They kind of get up to goofy shenanigans together.
Yeah.
The thing is with Teapot and Frieda is that she hand-reared this lioness from like a sickly cub, so it's kind of... Yeah.
Whereas Snuffles and Alpheus just met because Alpheus was trying to stop Snuffles from eating crops and things on the farm, eating rabbits and that.
and I met you two because fate didn't have anything to do that day.
Yeah, because Fate decided, here, have 2 druids.
Because he decided that he could make some money by teaming up with a freaking paladin. He got chased out of town and wound up teaming up with you guys. Now he's surrounded by cultists and abominations. Everyone's like, I wonder why Barlam's so pissed off. I mean, can you blame him?
I wonder why the normal guy who just wanted to get a bit of money ended up in druid stuff. Ugh. Anyway, he calms down, stops peeling potatoes, and asks when, he sees the others. Did you loot the place? If the
There was
answer is no,
nothing to
If
loot.
the answer is no, do not talk to me in a week.
There was no loot
'cause-
to get.
Cassandra kind of pipes up, was like, I found a few things.
I don't even look at her. Just say,
Do you want it?
if they are magical, if there's money, we will gladly take it for cleaning out a cult, killing or assisting in killing an evil person from the cult and saving people, and we'll be on our merry way.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want any of this. I just grabbed it because I thought you guys might.
Good.
Loot, 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 loot.
What? I turn to her now and ask, what are you about? Who are you?
So, me? I guess we haven't actually been properly introduced. I'm Cassandra Noctura. I'm a diplomat for the nation of Pavonoctis. Alpheus helped to save me from the great sea beast with a stupid name, and I am a cleric. And this is my bodyguard. Alpheus calls him Greg, so he hasn't objected to that, so I guess he's called Greg now.
It's the best of names.
Okay, so you're an ambassador or diplomat?
Yeah, I was on my way to Morlia. It's the nation to the northwest of here, when a sea beast attacked, and my ship was crashed upon the rocks down by near this castle, and Alpheus came and helped me out and got me to the castle, got me to safety. Got me some clean, dry clothes, and here I am.
Are you able to get back on your trip on your own with your bodyguard?
To get what on my own?
To continuing your trip to the other country.
Oh, yes, I was trying to figure out how I was going to get to Morlia from here when Alpheus ran off to investigate the commotion.
Okay, so I don't know much how to get to Morlia, if that's right. I think there's got to be someone in this castle or in the whereabouts who know how to get there. We are not, sorry to say, royal escorters. We have a quest of our own. So thank you for the healing.
Well, that's completely fine. I wasn't going to ask to join you guys. I mean, unless you're heading in the same direction I am, but, then I might have travelled with you. But no, you've got your own things going on. I mean,
yes.
Crazy cultists. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes right now.
Me neither, as it turns out. So, right, nice to have known you, and thanks for bringing the things. Thanks for the healing.
Here you go. This is what I found over where those cultists were, by the altar, by the bodies, that sort of thing. And she hands you a coin pouch. It is pretty heavy, actually.
Alpheus sniffs the coin pouch.
Well done. You are...
I assumed you didn't want any blood-stained robes or cultist symbols to ancient, alien, godlike beings or anything like that.
No.
Dirty old sickles. I figure we'd leave that. It's not worth anything.
Yeah.
No.
Well thought out. Pleasure to have met you. Do not take this as an unkindness, but we'd rather continue on our trip now, wouldn't we? I look at Alpheus and...
Absolutely.
Frieda.
I think this castle has provided some unfond memories of cultists and blood, and leaving Eliso.
Yes. Also thanks for bringing that up.
It's on my mind.
Never mind.
Well, thank you again for your help. Glad I could help. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you again soon. I mean, I'm probably going to be in Morlia for a while over in the capital, so if you're ever in that neck of the woods, hit me up.
Alright.
Oh, and Barlam, before I go, she puts her hand on you and she fully heals all your wounds because you're on 4 hit points.
Thank you. We shall maybe see you later.
Pleasure to have met you.
Yes, it was nice meeting you too, and thank you again. And I would really talk to someone about renaming that sea beast, because Tidy's a terrible name.
Yes, but Greg's much better, so tell him to lighten up the next time you see him.
That's what Vow of Silences do for you. He gains power for doing it, so magic,
Okay. Right. Bye.
And she takes the hint that she isn't wanted and leaves.
Bye.
You don't know whether she gave you some of her own money in that, but quick check of what you were given, there's 1,000 frickin' gold in that.
Whoa.
And those cultists did not look like they had 1,000 gold on them. You're not sure where she got that from, but...
See, saving someone's life actually helped us out.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to saving lives. I'm opposed to cultists and oddly too convenient try-hard young girls. They're always trouble. Trust me, boy. They are. You'll learn as you grow older. Groupies are never good.
I will keep that in mind.
He says that with like a forlorn 1,000 miles there.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, at least I made some money out of this.
Yeah.
Just see if I can get out of it alive. And I think that's a good place to wrap it up.
Thank you. It was a good bit.
Not bad.
Thank you.
And before we go, are you alright, Twermus? You're not actually upset with anything, are
No,
you?
I'm just good at role-playing angry old man. Thank you.
Okay, good, because I was worried that either you're not enjoying this or that you didn't like any of this. Because Barlam was in such a bad mood, I was just like... I hope Twermus is okay.
I'm okay, don't worry about it. Just really, don't worry about it. I haven't gotten my graphone for characters in a long while, and it's quite a bit of fun. To actually play like a kind of a realistic feeling man who likes adventure, likes money, but doesn't want to do the work for it. Doesn't want to be troubled. Yeah, thank you. It was a good one. Even though I was a bit annoyed about, the fight thing, because that just felt weird.
That had sort of echoes of how bad what happened with the bush, where everyone just sort of rolled really badly, and then they just rolled really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we are so low level and those numbers were just huge, and I was like, wait. But that turned out alright. So, thank you for the game. No need to explain. It was good. That's what
Once we hit her, yeah. Hello, it's Edgar here with some post-podcast credits. That was an unusual episode in the fact that Tuomas and I were the sole pusher-forwarders, as Joe was kind of incapacitated for a bit. But who knows, maybe there's a new player on the horizon coming soon to a podcast near you. And by that I hopefully mean this podcast and not another podcast, because that doesn't wash with me. Also, something tells me that Esme isn't dead yet, even if she did explode. Why? Well, keep on listening and you'll find out after the credits. So, credits in chronological order: Bing Bang Bong by Dave James and Keith Beauvais, Jazz Funk by Stefsax Awel, and Moonlight Hall by Kevin MacLeod, Devastation and Revenge by Kevin MacLeod, Rise of the Heroes by Voytek Pavlik, Rallying the Defense by Kiilstofte and Machinimasound, and Living Voyage by Kevin MacLeod. The SFX are by the Guild of Ambience, the MSSoundeffects, and myself, although most tracks are free to use or have had some payment for usage, although some fall under a Creative Commons CC BY NC ND license. Steve, do you have any closing statements? No, of course you do. Take it away.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to the Band of Bothers podcast. If you enjoyed the show and want to be really awesome, please leave a review to let others know how much you enjoyed it. We're still a really small podcast, so this will help us get noticed by more people and help us grow. You can also spread the love by tweeting about us using the Band of Bothers hashtag, and let all your followers know about how awesome or stupid you think we are. Fun fact, I am really bad at coming up with names for the NPC characters, so if anyone leaves a review or tweets about us using that hashtag, I'll be sure to name an NPC after you, so that way you too can be a part of this game. If you'd like to message us directly about either Band of Bothers or Charisma Check, please email us at bandofbotherspodcast@gmail.com. That's bandofbotherspodcast@gmail.com, all one word. You can also find us in most forms of social media under the name Band of Bothers or Band of Bothers Podcast. Links will be in the description for the episode. So from me and the rest of the Band of Bothers cast, thank you for listening and goodbye. At a certain place, at a certain point in time, an elderly woman stands before a circle of stones. She is withered and ancient looking, and calmly watches on the circle, counting down to herself. 3, 2, 1. Right as she reaches 0, the circle lights up with arcane energy, illuminating the fields all around her as the darkness of the night is pushed back by the sheer intensity of the light coming from this arcane power. The crone shields her eyes and waits for the light to slowly fade as the darkness creeps back in, and, standing in the middle of the circle of stones, is a brown-haired halfling woman in peasant attire, holding a strange hourglass in her hands. Though, instead of sand, it seems to hold the cosmos inside instead, and at this point all of the sand is in the bottom segment, and the power has faded. Welcome back, Esmelia. So, from what point in time are you from? The halfling gazes over to the withered old crone and drops to her knees, trembling with frustration from her defeat. I was felled at Mutton Castle, mistress, 2 nights before the festival of St. Cassaria. Pity. If you were defeated, then it is safe to say the entire operation there was lost. Come, tell me what happened, and about those who defeated you. They must have been mighty warriors indeed to topple you in battle. Esme punches the ground and screams out in rage. Once done, she follows the venerable old woman to a nearby campsite, where she is pouring them both tea from a kettle boiling over the fire. They sit down opposite each other, and the fierce eyes of the crone lock onto Esme's. Now, start from the beginning and tell me what happened. We have an hour before we can rebind the chronometer, so until then we review and we make new plans going forwards.